Hello students, today we are going to discuss question based on increasing and decreasing function. So first question under this category is if y is equal to log of 1 plus x minus 2x upon 1 plus x, then prove that y is an increasing function. Now, so first step is very obvious. We will take derivative log x, log derivative of log x is 1 by x, so it is 1 upon 1 plus x, and 2x upon 2 plus x, it can be differentiated with uh, quotient rule. So after simplification it becomes 1 upon 1 plus x minus bracket start 4 plus 2x minus 2x, such that 2x can be cancelled. Now we can take LCM, so that after opening the bracket we are left with x square upon 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Now we have reached up to that position where we can justify that x square and 2 plus x whole square, they can't be negative because these are whole square. And moreover, x is greater than 1, minus 1, that means x plus 1 is greater than 0. So that means this expression is totally non-negative. So we can say our function y is increasing as y dash is positive. Now similar question is of that kind, that prove that y is equal to 4 sin theta upon 2 plus cos theta minus theta is increasing function of theta in closed interval 0 to pi by 2. Now if we differentiate y, we get dy by d theta as quotient rule is applied, so it is 2 plus cos theta as it is, 4 sin theta becomes 4 cos theta minus 4 sin theta as it is, derivative of 2 plus cos theta is minus sin theta upon 2 plus cos theta whole square. Then again opening the bracket and doing necessary simplification, we are reached to that position that we can write 8 cos theta plus 4 in the bracket minus 4 plus cos square theta plus 4 cos theta. Again opening the bracket, 4 cancel out, and subtracting 4 cos theta from 8 cos theta, so we are left with 4 cos theta minus cos square theta. Now taking cos theta common from these two expression, so we can say expression 1 is obtained where cos theta is multiplied with 4 minus cos theta upon 2 plus cos theta whole square. Now as theta belongs to closed interval 0 to pi by 2, so cos in first quadrant can't be negative, and 4 is always greater than cos theta for any theta, and denominator being perfect square, it can't be negative. So we can say that expression 1 can't be negative, so that means derivative can't be less than 0. So y is an increasing function. Now next question we can write that separate closed interval 0 to pi by 2 into sub intervals in which y is equal to sin 3x is increasing or decreasing. Now first step is taking derivatives, so derivative simple, sin 3x is differentiated as 3 cos 3x. Now as x belongs to closed interval 0 to pi by 2, that means angle which is 3x, so its range should be 0 to 3 pi by 2, that means 3 times of x. 0 to pi by 2 is x, so 0 to 3 pi by 2 is 3x. Now f dash x is 0, that means cos 3x is 0, that means 3x belongs to pi by 2, 3x should be equal to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, which are critical point. So x is pi by 6 and pi by 2. Two critical points are there. Now this critical point is basically boundary, because interval is given to us which is 0 to pi by 2. So we are focusing only one critical point, which is pi by 6. So required intervals are closed open interval 0 to pi by 6 and open closed interval pi by 6 to pi by 2. Now in first interval, as x belongs to this, so 3x belongs to triple of that. That means 0 to pi by 2. That means in first quadrant, so cos is positive, its derivative is positive, function is increasing. Now in second interval, which is pi by 6 to pi by 2, so 3x belongs to pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. In this interval, cos is negative, so f dash x is negative, so fx is decreasing. So these are the two intervals. Next question is MCQ type question, and the question is on which of the intervals f of x, which is x raised to the power 100 plus sine x minus 1, is strictly decreasing. So four intervals are given to us: 0 to 1 open interval, pi by 2 to pi open interval, 0 to pi by 2 open interval, and none of these. Now solution is find the derivative. It is 100 into x raised to the power 99 plus cos x. Now instead of finding the interval, what I am doing, I am picking the options one by one. So first option I am picking, that is 0 to 1. So as x is positive and moreover it is less than pi by 2, so f dash x is clearly positive because neither cos nor x raised to the power 99 are negative. Now second, x belongs to pi by 2 to pi. Here cos is no doubt less than 0, but x raised to the power 99 is such a huge term here that overall this is positive, and hence again f dash x is positive, so function is increasing. In third quadrant, again it is open interval 0 to pi by 2, cos is positive, and of course 100 into x raised to the power 99 is positive. That means derivative is again greater than 0. So in all the three options it is greater than 0 or increasing, so option D is correct, which is none of these. That means it is increasing everywhere in these three intervals. Next is again very interesting question. Find the least value of a such that f of x is equal to x square plus ax plus 1 is strictly increasing on open interval 1 to 2. Now its derivative is 2x plus a. First thing which we can find its derivative. Now I want its derivative as positive. Also x belongs to 1 comma 2, that means 1 less than x less than 2. Now I have to bring the derivative here. How? Obviously what I will do, I will multiply first of all the whole inequality by 2, then I'll add a to the whole inequality. Now 2x plus a means derivative. That means we can understand 2 plus a is the minimum value for the derivative. Now as derivative must be greater than 0, that means 2 plus a must be greater than 0, that means a greater than minus 2. So least value you can say minus 2, because other value more than that it make derivative positive or increasing. Now next question is the board question, previous year question. It's a high degree polynomial raised to the power 4 biquadratic polynomial, and the question is simple. Find the intervals in which function x raised to the power 4 minus 8x cube plus 22 x raised to the power 4 minus 8x cube plus 22x square minus 24x plus 21 is increasing or decreasing. So first step is we have taken derivative, then take 4 common, so we are getting a cubic polynomial. Now what I am going to do, by hidden trial method I am finding one value, which is x is equal to 1, which is root of f dash x. So we can say x minus 1 is a factor of f dash x. So x is equal to 1 is root of f dash x, that means x minus 1 is factor of f dash x, so that we can divide this polynomial with x minus 1. So quotient is x square minus 5x plus 6, and by middle term splitting we can factorize this also. So there are 3 factors and hence 3 critical point. Now that means there are 4 intervals, so we will make table. So we'll pick first interval minus infinity to 1. So pick any point randomly, let it be 0 and put here. So first interval is negative, second is negative, third bracket is negative, that means overall it is negative So function is decreasing. Now pick any point, say 1.5 from the next interval. So if I am putting 1.5 here, it is positive, then negative, negative, that means overall positive, and function is increasing. Now pick any other point, say 2.5 from this interval. So if I am putting x is equal to 2.5, so positive, positive, negative, that means overall it is negative and it is decreasing. And finally, if I am picking any point from the large interval, say 4, so we can see that if I am putting 4 here, positive, 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 that means overall it is positive. So alternately these are increasing and decreasing. Next question is, let I be any interval disjoint from -1 to 1. Prove that function f given by f of x is equal to x plus 1 by x is strictly increasing on I. It's a simple question asked in a different way. So first of all, let us see what is I, because I is disjoint from this. So obviously I is, one way to write I is r minus open interval minus 1 to 1. Then r is I, another way to write down I is minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. So we can choose any way. Anyhow, so first of all, let us go to our routine steps. That means what is fx? It is x plus 1 by x. Find derivative of x. It is 1 minus 1 by x square. Now put f dash x 0. So that means taking LCM and cross multiplication will give me x square minus 1 is equal to 0, or you can see two factors are there, minus 1 and 1. So there are two critical points, minus 1 and 1. So there are three intervals. So if I pick any value from first interval, let it be minus 2. If I am putting minus 2 from first interval and putting here, so it will make negative, negative, that means positive, and function is increasing. Next I am putting 0 from this interval, so x is equal to 0 will make it negative and positive here, so overall negative, so function is decreasing. Then I am picking say 2 from this interval, so it become positive, positive, that means overall positive, and function is increasing. So then we can say कि first and third interval, they are in here, function is increasing, and this is I, so it is increasing in I. Next question is find the rather it's MCQ, the intervals where y is equal to x square into e raised to the power minus x is increasing is a minus infinity to infinity, that means all real number, b minus 2 comma 0, c 2 comma infinity, d 0 comma 2. So let's go by our routine procedure. Y is equal to x square into e raised to the power minus x, so I am differentiating it with product rule, x square as it is, differentiation of e raised to the power minus x is e raised to the power minus x into minus 1 plus e raised to the power minus x as it is into differentiation of 2x. So sorry, x square is 2x. So taking x into e raised to the power minus x common, so it is 2 minus x left. So now put y dash is equal to 0, as e raised to the power minus x can't be 0. So we are left with 2 minus x into x, so two critical points are 0 and 2. Now routine steps say if I make two interval minus infinity to 0 and 0 to 2, and third is 2 to infinity, of course 2 to infinity. So if I pick any point from first interval, let it be minus 1. So if I am putting minus 1 here, so x, it is negative, it is positive, and it is positive. So overall it is negative, so decreasing function. Now if I am putting any value, say 1 from this interval, so if I am putting x as 1, it is positive, positive, and positive. So overall it is positive, so increasing. And if I am putting x is equal to say any 3, value is 3 from third interval, so it is positive, positive, negative. So overall it is negative, which is decreasing. So option D is correct option. So that's it. That's all for today. Take care and have a nice day. Thank you.